Hey, it's Ryan Tails, and it's Snuggie time again because it's that time of cold part of year. And there's something on my lens, or is it on my? Today, I'm going to do a review of The King's Speech. Even though this came out at the end of November, and it's now near the end of December, there was not a reasonable place for me to watch it, and I'm in Los Angeles, one of the cities that there was a limited engagement. The reason I didn't watch it is because the place that it was playing cost $25 per seat, and I didn't feel like $50 for a movie was worth it. That being said, it actually was worth $50. I should have spent the extra money earlier in the month to go watch this movie. This is going to be the best acting job, best supporting acting job, best supporting actress job that you will see probably this whole year. And I say that with a huge doubt on all of the movies this year because there were not very many good ones. And the ones that were picked by the Golden Globes, I think, were the correct ones that are going to be the top 10 for the Academy Awards. There might be one or two in there that may or may not be in there, but we will definitely see a few animated ones. Toy Story 3 comes to mind, How to Train Your Dragon. And then some sci-fi stuff is going to be in there, like Alice in Wonderland and things like that. But this, I will vote now, will be nominated for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best probably Costume, Best Supporting Actor for Jeffrey Rush, Best Actor for Colin Firth, Best Supporting Actress for Helena Bonham Carter. If you don't know who she was one of the main characters in Sweeney Todd, and she also is Bellatrix Lestrange in the Harry Potter movies. That being said, it probably will get Best Director for Tim Hooper because this was a very well directed movie, as dark and weird as this movie was. And it will probably get Best Screenplay by David Sater. And I can't, I mean, I can keep going on. There's just so many good things in this movie. The dialogue is good. The people who are portraying the royal family is excellent. Um, I didn't even realize that Guy Pearce, who is famous for Memento, was in there. He was William the seventh, I think, or the fifth, sixth. Anyway, um, and it really captures the time. It's a time capsule for that period. For those of you who don't know what the actual time frame is, it's the Great Depression time of Great Britain. This is at the very height of their empire. After this, the empire starts not dissolving but going in different directions, and India tries to become independent. Canada becomes independent. New Zealand, Australia, all of the territories that England, at one point held, all are separating. But the big, huge, major thing that is happening during this movie is World War II and the things that are happening to the lead up of the actual World War. I feel like I need to give you a little more background about the period as well, being that if you don't know a lot about royal history, there's definitely a whole lot of royal history in here. With the person playing, oh, it's King Edward VIII, Guy Pearce playing King Edward VIII. He becomes the first and only person to advocate his throne to the preference of his younger brother, because he wants to marry a divorced American, twice divorced American woman that would not be acceptable to be the queen or the queen consort. The big question a lot of you are going to say is, can you bring your children to this? I don't think that children would necessarily appreciate this. This is a very strong character piece. It's like any other kind of Victorian, although it's sort of modern story line. There's a lot of cursing in here, and it was a lot funnier than I thought it would be. Is this worth your money to go see? Is this worth 10, $20 to go see? I would definitely say it is worth $20 to go see, and I'm probably gonna see it again. This movie brings a sort of humanity to a king in waiting who was not supposed to be the king in waiting. He was like the current Prince of Wales, Harry Windsor, who will would become the heir of the throne if, for whatever reason, his brother had become incapacitated or sick or died. And um, imagine having the whole weight of the monarchy to it was always in your life and it was always there, and you had a basic life. You were a naval officer, and you did what naval officers do, and you go off in the navy and you go around the world, and to be thrust straight into the drama of this. And there's like there are many stories going on with the history with Churchill and with Attlee and with Baldwin, who are prime ministers at that time, um, that are underlying this. But the main thing that makes the king and his speech good is that he has a stammer, or what we would call a stutter. And I really, really appreciate that this is a very hard acting job to pull it off, and to have someone who, in by all accounts, have a speech impediment and have a horrible speech impediment, and for him to overcome, to have a speech about the war, which is the main speech that you hear in it, and to become a symbol of a country that is going to be besieged by the Blitz and the Nazi regime, and knowing that your brother, who, albeit your brother, uh, tried to not deal with his role as the king, and he was actually probably a little too friendly with Nazi Germany. He went to Nazi Germany with his new wife after he advocated, and they were told not to. And there are conspiracy theories that if Hitler had come to the UK, that he would have installed Edward VIII, the former king that advocated, so that the fascism would be able to rise in Britain, and it thankfully wasn't. But the speech, the problem with stuttering, is the main. I mean, it's one of the characters in this movie. It's not necessarily the king that's the character, or he was the prince, but his unableness to be able to speak. I know because I have many, many learning disabilities. I have dyslexia, I have dysnomia, I have dysgraphia, I have auditory processing disorder, I have anomia, and these are things that I'm very fully aware of. When you're not able to actually think, finish your sentence, and you have extraneous words that end up coming out because your brain is just blocked. It's locked. You cannot finish your thought. And you'll probably, if you look at any of my videos, you will see me pause for maybe 10 seconds or whatnot. And I am actually not able to talk because my brain wants to say banana, 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 and it's screaming banana, 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 and then I will say or green octagonal fruit, which kind of explains a bit banana, but it's actually yellow, and it's probably pentagonal, or what is it? 6 sides? No, five. That's six. Six is whatever. The sort of tragedy that you know from this is, however, that you know that the king's speech, which was better in other days with his longtime speech therapist, that he is going to have a very short rule. I think it's like only about 10 years, and he dies suddenly, and Queen Elizabeth, who is the monarch that everyone knows now, becomes the queen because there is no male heir. And you see the young Elizabeth, and you see Princess Margaret, and you're thinking, what is the irony about this is that in just a few years, that they don't know, obviously, he will be dead, and at 25 years old, Queen Elizabeth takes over the crown, and she's nothing like her father. She is competent, she can speak well, and she has no problem with having a stammer or a stutter or anything like that. And after I had babbled about history for 5 years, 5 years, 5 minutes, or seems like 5 years, right? And you're still watching this, I have to say that the acting in this is just great. three, four, five nominations for acting. You're gonna have a nomination for screenplay and actual movie. And this is simply the best movie of the year. I cannot stress that much. I want to watch it 10 more times because it was that good. Plus, I identify with the characters. I think that if you go watch it, you should read up on some of the history, and that you should know that it's a fairly long movie. And for whatever reason, we were one of like maybe 10 young people in there. I mean, and I mean young comparatively because I'm in my late 20s. There were seniors, maybe it was senior day, but in any case, it was a great movie, and you should go watch it. It's the film of the year, and hopefully it will go out wide, and I will be able to watch it for cheaper near me. But if I have to drive 40 miles to go watch it again for $11, I am glad to do it because it is just the best movie of the year. So with that, and maybe 10 minutes long, it's Ryan the Tails End signing off. I will see you later. Hope you like my film